Hey guys, before I get started, I just want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Donut Hut. Look, there's a lot of places you're going to want to know about in the city. First and most importantly is Donut Hut. It's where most officers of the law spend their nights, days, whatever. But can you blame them? They got French crullers, cinnamon twirls, fallopian fruit flippers. Look at that shit. Fucking coconut sprinkled assholes, Chinese Wonder Puffs. It's perfect for anyone out on their little lunch break and things like that. And if you use my code APEBOY, you walk in the store, you can get a motherfucking donut, a motherfucking bagel, a motherfucking Faygo root beer float, motherfucker. Hell, you might even find a nice shiny 1972 quarter on the floor. You never know. So hit up Donut Hut, tell them Dave sent you, use the code APEBOY, and that's all I have to say. Enjoy the video.
It's Monday afternoon. Nothing unusual happening on this day. When suddenly, a Facebook profile appears. One belonging to a clown. On February 19th, 2024, a Facebook profile was created for a Clownsy Hatchet Jeckel. On the About section of the profile, there's not a whole lot to see, other than the mention that she was married in 2008. However, also according to the profile, Clownsy was born on January 9th, 1995. That would mean that Clownsy was married when she was 13 years old. But who exactly is Clownsy? Let's take a look at her first post and see how she introduces herself. Hey new friends, my name is Clownsy and I'm super pumped to meet y'all here on Facebook. I gotta tell ya, I'm a huge fan of the Insane Clown Posse. They're like the best thing ever. Music is my life, man. And guess what? My dog Ralph, he's a juggalo too. Can you believe it? He's got this vibe, always jamming with me to ICP. We're a pretty cool duo if I say so myself. Oh, and I gotta mention, my favorite Faygo, it's Red Pop, hands down. That stuff is the bomb. Can't get enough of it. So yeah, that's a bit about me. I'm just here to have a good time and connect with peeps who get it. If you're into it, hit that like button. Let's make some noise together. Likes, likes, likes. Let's show Facebook how we do it Juggalo style. Much clown love to all of y'all. Clownsy. And Ralph too. So what do we have here? Many in the Juggalo community thought that this was an AI-generated juggalette. The clout-chasing tactics of asking for likes, likes, likes. Red Pop being the favorite flavor when Red Pop is a very unpopular flavor amongst Juggalos. Even Shaggy 2 Dope said he would only drink Red Pop after he came home from prison. Many began to question Clownsy on her motives. Let's take a look at some of the comments on this post. Whoop whoop fam. Whoop whoop. Thanks for the love fam. Ralph and I are sending that Juggalo spirit right back at you. Hashtag Juggalo family. How do you know the dog has a drug problem? Hey, just to clear the air, Ralph is all about that healthy, happy lifestyle. No worries, he doesn't have a drug problem and would never go down that path. He's just high on life, Faygo, and the love of the Juggalo family. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Always great to see another fam around here. Ralph, the squirrel homie, and I are sending that Juggalo love right back at ya. But who is Ralph and who's this squirrel homie that Clownsy refers to? Well, we'll be finding that out in a little bit. But let's look at one final comment on this post that straight up asks Clownsy, "Are you an AI?" Let's see how she responds. Are you AI generated, Clownsy Hatchet Jeckel? And if so, can I utilize you to do my bidding for my official top secret clown businesses? Haha, just a real life juggalo here with my buddy Ralph. No AI wizardry involved. As tempting as top secret clown businesses sound, we're just here for the Fago and the beats. Whoop whoop. So, Clownsy is saying she is not an AI. Which is something an AI would say, I think. But let's look at this next post. It's about to get a little weird. Hey there, awesome people. Clownsy here, bringing that unmatchable energy and vibes to your feed once again. Today, I want to share something totally out there. Something that's as wild as a night at a carnival, but with a twist of craziness that only someone like me could think of. So, picture this. Me and all my juggalo glory getting so hyped up on that Fago Red Pop, jamming out to the wicked beats of the Insane Clown Posse, that I start thinking, what's the most out there thing I could do? And bam, it hits me like a ton of bricks. What if I just went ahead and
clawed my own eyes out?
Can you even imagine? Just diving deep into that madness, riding that wave of pure, unadulterated frenzy. But hold up, don't freak out on me yet. It's all about that metaphorical leap into the unknown, embracing the chaos and showing the world we're not afraid to face our fears. Dive into the depths, and come out the other side laughing and ready for more. I mean, Ralph looked at me like I lost my last marble, but hey, that's the vibe we're all about. Pushing the limits, exploring the edges, and always keeping that pep in our step, no matter how wild the ride gets. So what do you say, fam? Ready to join me on this wild ride? Pushing boundaries and living life at full throttle? Let's keep those likes coming, let's make some noise, and show the world we're here to play the game by our own rules. Much clown love, until the next wild adventure, Clownsy and the ever loyal Ralph. Why would Clownsy suggest clawing her own eyes out? To my knowledge, there is no ICP song that suggests that. Unless the only possibility I can think of is she was looking at the cover art for Violent J's single, For Some Good Pussy. But Clownsy quickly recovers with a somewhat positive post that I'll show you right now. Hey, my fabulous Juggalo fam. It's your girl Clownsy here, bubbling over with that Fago-fueled excitement and coming at you with some thoughts that have been bouncing around in my colorful, confetti-filled head. So get this. I stumbled upon something totally wild today. There's this group of folks calling themselves Twisted Juggalos. Like, what in the wacky world of whoop whoop does twisted even mean? Is it like getting tangled up in a game of Twister while chugging Fago? Or maybe it's like being spun around until you're dizzy and everything looks as crazy as a carnival ride. All I know is, I'm going to keep cracking open that Fago, blasting ICP's fire tunes, and letting Ralph help me paint my face with those dope clown vibes. He's surprisingly good with a makeup brush, LOL. A wacky world of whoop whoop we live in, indeed. The post was followed up with this comment. It's a wacky world of whoop whoop out there. Absolutely. It's a wild, wacky world, and we're just living in it with our whoop whoops cranked to the max. Stay awesome, fam. Hashtag whoop whoop. An innocent post from Clownsy. But as we look into this next one, that innocence quickly fades into something unsettling. Good morning, world. Clownsy here, kicking off the day with that unstoppable juggalo energy. Today's mission? A grand adventure to stock up on the nectar of the gods. You guessed it, Fago. Gonna hunt down every Fago I can get my hands on. It's a Fago rainbow kind of day. And speaking of wild nights, check out this pic of Ralph I snapped last night. Found him strutting down the hallway living his best juggalo life at 3 a.m., getting down like only a true Fago-loving doggo can. This pup's got moves and spirit that just don't quit. Stay tuned for the Fago Haul, fam. Who knows? Maybe Ralph and I will find a new favorite. Hashtag Fago Adventure. Hashtag Juggalo Life. Hashtag Ralph the Juggalo Pup. This is Ralph. I have several questions. Why does Ralph have human ears? Why does Ralph have the facial features of a human mixed with that of a dog? Is this some Full Metal Alchemist type hybrid deal? Why is the hallway so liminal? Something's just very unsettling and slightly disturbing about this picture of a dog named Ralph. I don't know. It just seems a little off. Hey fam, Clownsy here with a little update from today's adventure. So me and my trusty sidekick Ralph set out on what we thought would be a glorious quest for the sacred Fago. We were dreaming of stocking up on all the flavors, especially that divine red pop. But, plot twist, when we got to the store, can you believe it? Not a single Fago in sight. Not even a red pop. It was like stepping into an alternate universe where Fago never existed. Ralph and I were bummed out, not gonna lie. However, the universe had a different plan for us. On our way back, we spotted a little squirrel, just as surprised to see us as we were to see it. And guess what? In a moment of pure spontaneity, and maybe a little bit of that juggalo magic, the little critter decided to join our journey and hopped right into my bag. Now we've got a new friend, and I've got this funny feeling that we might have just found the first squirrel juggalo. Ralph seems to agree, and we're all about welcoming this little guy into the fam. We're gonna see if he vibes with ICP just as much as we do. Who knows? Maybe he's been a secret fan all along, waiting for his moment to shine with some Fago-loving folks like us. So even though we missed out on the Fago run, the universe had something else in store. A new friend and possibly a new juggalo in the making. Everything happens for a reason, right? Whoop whoop. Hashtag Juggalo Family. Hashtag Squirrel Adventures. Little did Clownsy know that meeting this squirrel, this woodland creature, this hashtag Squirrel Adventure, as she put it, would set things in motion that would change the course of her tone and her posts from here on out. Hey Juggalo fam, so the latest saga with our newest critter crew member has taken a wild turn, and it's too epic not to share. Me, Ralph, and our little squirrel homie have been on an Insane Clown Posse marathon, testing the waters to see if he's got that juggalo spirit. And guess what? After guzzling down an impressive amount of Fago, it's pretty clear this squirrel is one of us. But oh, it gets crazier. When we hit play on the unveiling from the Wraith album, our furry friend went full-on juggalo wizard on us, laughing like a witch and chanting God in a voice that was eerily captivating. Since then, he's been roaming the halls, a tiny prophet of doom, proclaiming the end is near with a glint in his eye that's both hilarious and a tad unnerving. He's got this whole apocalypse vibe going on, predicting our fates with a mix of juggalo lore and what I'm pretty sure is squirrel intuition. It's like living with a furry, four-legged Nostradamus who's got a taste for Fago and ICP beats. Every day brings a new prophecy, each more outrageous and entertaining than the last. But hey, that's just life with us. Never dull, always wild, and full of unexpected twists. Stay tuned for more adventures from our Juggalo household. Who knows what the future holds according to our little squirrel oracle. Whoop whoop. Hashtag Juggalo Life. Hashtag Squirrel Prophecies. Oh, hey. Almost slipped my mind. Our squirrel buddy finally told us his name. Meet Grizzy Hamlet. Hey Juggalo fam, big news from the home front. Ralph decided our walls needed a fresh coat of paint, and who am I to argue with such a visionary? So today's project is all about transforming our space, ICP jams fueling our creative spree. Ralph, the ever-resourceful pup, took it upon himself to pick out the paint. He came trotting back with this vibrant dark red that spreads on the walls like a dream. But, get this, it dries super quick and gets all clumpy, so we've got to hustle. And here's the wild part. The paint comes with chunks of what Ralph calls viscera. I was like, viscera? What in the fago does that mean? But Ralph insists it's a special treat we can snack on while painting. Talk about an unconventional snack break. Looks like we're in for a long, bizarre day. But as long as the beats are blasting and Ralph's by my side, I'm all in for whatever this painting adventures throws at us. Here's to a day of music, mayhem, and munching on paint chunks? Only in our world, fam. Whoop whoop. Hashtag painting with a clown. Hashtag ICP jams. As of the time of this recording, this next post is the final post that Clownsy Hatchet Jeckel has made. Hey Juggalo fam, big update from the Chaos crew. Me and Ralph have been knee-deep in our painting project, totally vibing to ICP, when we realized we hadn't checked on our squirrel homie Grizzy Hamlet for a hot minute. Turns out, we probably should have been paying a bit more attention. The power started flickering, and not in a spooky ambiance kind of way. Following a trail of cables and scraps straight out of a mad scientist's handbook, we found ourselves in the basement, and there, in the dim light among bizarre machinery, was Grizzy Hamlet, cloaked, chanting in Latin, and dripping blood into a goblet like he's about to win Wizard of the Year. Behind him, a portal buzzed to life, and with a laugh that would make a horror movie villain proud, Grizzy hopped through the gateway, and boom! Our electrical box went kaput, plunging the whole block into darkness. So what's a juggalo to do? Ralph and I are going DIY, building our own electrical box and, borrowing a little power from the neighbors. Gotta keep the tunes and lights going. It's just another day in our wacky world. Grizzy's adventures, power outages, and a bit of improvised engineering. We're handling it all with a smile and a whoop whoop. Stay tuned for more updates from the most electric household in the block. Hashtag Juggalo Ingenuity. Hashtag Portal Adventures. As I was wrapping up the editing on this video, I figured it would be a good stopping point. Clownsy hadn't posted in over a week. I had asked the amazing Jeckel sisters if Clownsy had any involvement, and a friend reached out to me to ask if I'd heard from Clownsy. Just as I was putting the finishing touches on this, yep, Clownsy's got her eye on me. Not only that, she made another post updating everyone on what had happened to her. So here it is. Hey fam, Clownsy here, back online after what's been an absolutely wild ride over a week. So here's the scoop. Our little electrical experiment courtesy of Grizzy Hamlet caught the electric company's attention big time. When they showed up, we greeted them the only way we know how. ICP cranking, Fago flying, living our best juggalo life. But, turns out borrowing power is a big no-no. They started throwing around words like federal crime and warrant. Ralph and I were just standing there like, warrant? What in the Fago does that mean? Before we knew it, they were gone. promising to return. That's when Ralph, ever the wise one, reminded me of our roots. Channel our inner scrub life, he said. So we did what any self-respecting juggalos would do, meditated to ICP, with Ralph introducing me to these magical metal pods. Inhale as hard as you can, he advised. So I did, and let me tell you,
that was a trip.
In full juggalo glory, sipping red pop, we were suddenly interrupted by the police busting in. Totally crazy, right? Long story short, me and Ralph just got out of the clinker, and now they're on the hunt for Grizzy Hamlet after we clarified our non-involvement in his electrical escapades. Life's never dull in the juggalo realm, but through it all, we stay true to our roots, ready to face whatever comes our way with a whoop whoop. Here's to living that scrub life, embracing the chaos, and always, always having a story to tell. Hashtag Juggalo Life, hashtag Free Clownsy and Ralph. After making that post, Clownsy started interacting with me on Facebook. She clarified that she has no involvement with the amazing Jeckel sisters. She even made a comment on my friend's post, asking me about her whereabouts. It seems I've caught the attention of Clownsy Hatchet Jeckel. But who is Clownsy? Is she an AI-generated juggalette? Is she a cop trying to infiltrate the juggalo ranks? Could she be a juggalo, clowning the community? Or maybe, just maybe, she's the most down-ass juggalette we've seen in a long, long time. There's only one thing I know for certain. Clownsy Hatchet Jeckel is very, very interesting. She's even created her own Facebook group. I know, it's a wacky world of whoop whoop out there. But keep sipping on that Faygo Red Pop, living that scrub life, embracing the chaos, and always, always have a story to tell. Thanks for the love and the nuts. Fuck you. I hate you all.